Hi everyone, my name is Sean Patel and I'm the founder of 2400 Expert. In this video, I'm going to be covering a little bit more about our college admissions consulting services. So to start off, I'll tell you about myself. Back when I was in high school, I raised my SAT score from average to perfect, and that's something that only 0.02% of students achieve. Because of my SAT score, my life completely changed. I received admission into many prestigious universities, such as Brown, Northwestern, and Berkeley. I received $250,000 in college scholarships from companies like Coca-Cola, Toyota, and McDonald's. And I even got to meet the President of the United States. I went on to write some #1 best-selling SAT and ACT books, and I'm also currently an MD and MBA student at both Yale and USC. I've now started 2400 Expert to help students improve their own SAT and ACT scores in order to achieve their own dreams. More importantly, more recently, I should say, we've also started a college admissions consulting division here at 2400 Expert. So the reason I decided to start this, well, is because, what is the ultimate goal of raising your SAT score or ACT score? It's not just to raise your score, right? It's to get into a better college, get more scholarships, etc. And the college admissions process is a lot more than just your SAT or ACT score. You have to think about your GPA, the classes you take, extracurricular activities, sports, community service, your college admissions essay, your letters of recommendation. There's a lot that goes into it, right? And so I didn't want to start a college admissions consulting division until I had the right partner. And so I met Kwasi Inan at Yale University, and I just decided he is the person to start our division with. The reason for that is because not only does he talk the talk, but he walks the walk, meaning he's gotten into all 8 Ivy League universities. So, Harvard, Yale, Dartmouth, Princeton, Brown, Cornell, Columbia. He's gotten into them all, and so it's really, really, really impressive. I mean, he's been on David Letterman, The Today Show, CBS Nightly News. He's been all over the media. He's been named in Ebony Magazine's Power 100 with people like Oprah and LeBron James. And so he's really, really, really good at structuring your college admissions application in order to get into the best universities. So, what exactly do we offer? Quasi and I basically partnered and decided to put together a couple services and products in order to help other students get into great, great universities. And so, what exactly do we offer? Well, first off, we offer just college admissions consulting, which means, not only do you get a lot of information from Quasi, you get his essays, his recommendation letters, all the material and help from Quasi specifically, but you also get access to Quasi, meaning you get to meet with Quasi over the phone or through online, such as this through video. And Quasi is really going to help you basically put together your college application, your resume, or at least if you're a younger student, what you need to do in order to put together a great college admissions application, right? Like I said, it's a lot more than just getting a high test score. And then if you feel like you have handled most aspects of your college admissions application in terms of framing how you're going to put together your application, then we also offer simple essay and resume review editing services. So Quasi will actually review your college essays and resumes. And then finally, we offer a course in which I personally teach you how to win scholarships. So I personally won $250,000 in scholarships from 20 different companies, like I said, from Coca-Cola, Toyota, McDonald's, Best Buy, Lowe's. And I applied for 100 scholarships my senior year, and I ended up winning 20 of those. Uh, and what I realized was that the secret to winning scholarships was really to apply for local scholarships, meaning go and apply for these big national scholarships. A lot of students will go on FastWeb and start applying for these scholarships that are open to everyone in the nation. but instead apply for scholarships that are only open to students in your city or state, because those are the ones you're most likely to win. Out of the 20 that I won, about 19 of those were local scholarships. And so I have experience, and I don't want you to waste your time, energy, and effort applying for these big scholarships that you're unlikely to win. Um, the more obscure the scholarship, really, the better you are. And so, I've put together a course that teaches students more secrets like this on how to win scholarships, such as, applying local. That's like the first step, right? Um, in addition, people wonder, well, what do you really have the secrets to getting into college? Well, there are quite a few things a lot of people don't realize about college admissions that we can help you with here at 2400 Expert. For example, I'll just give you one example is, in order to get into some of the best universities, it often helps to know your regional admissions college or the college's regional admissions counselor. What I mean by this is the regional admissions counselor is someone who serves on the admissions committee who is responsible for the applications of a certain area of the country. So for example, let's say that Harvard has a regional admissions officer who's responsible for all applications that come from California, Nevada, and Arizona, right? That means that if you live in one of those states, your application is first going to be read by this college, through this regional college admissions officer, right? And so what you want to do is get to know this person. And you can get to know them by first, hopefully, they're visiting your high school at some point. If they're visiting your high school, make sure you meet with them. If they're not visiting your high school, you can always email the admissions office, find out who it is, and start a relationship. Say, ask any questions that you have about the university or the application process. See if they're coming to your high school. See if they're coming to your city or city nearby. That you can go to a college fair where they'll be at. And once you introduce yourself, make a good first impression. Tell them a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in their university. All of these things can significantly help you in the admissions process because that person is reading your application, right? So I'll just give you an example from personal experience. Back when I was in high school, I really wanted to go to Brown, and so Brown University's regional admissions officer was coming to my high school. So I signed up for the talk, and I was actually the only student that signed up for the talk. So I showed up, and I basically had a one-on-one meeting with the regional admissions officer for Brown University for all applications from Nevada. So we talked a lot about my interests in Brown, my career interests, my academic interests, and I asked her a lot of questions about Brown, and I ended up getting her email. I ended up emailing her throughout the admissions process, kept a good level of rapport with her, and come April 1st, when decisions were announced, I did get into Brown University, right? And so I don't think it's a coincidence that I knew the regional admissions officer and I got into the Ivy League school, right? And I'll give you another example. There was a boyfriend and girlfriend a couple years older than me at my high school. They both got to know the regional admissions officer at Yale University very well, and they both got into Yale. And so, well, I'm not saying that this is a guaranteed way to get into college or anything. You have to obviously be qualified for these colleges. It certainly helps to know the person that's going to be reading your application because they're going to advocate on your behalf to move your application forward, right? So this is just one example of some of the things that we can help you understand and go through the process with our college admissions consulting services. So I wish you guys all the best with your SAT goals, your college goals, your scholarship goals, and I hope that we'll be a part of the process. All right, take care.